Dogecoin was invented as a joke, as essentially to make fun of cryptocurrency.
The Boring Company, which started out as a joke.
So let's assume this does play out, and we do have a split in the monetary system, and the dollar loses its value, and perhaps this BRICS reserve currency, which is digital, which is backed by commodities, comes into play and becomes a leading player on the global stage. Walk us through what happens to the dollar and for those holding dollars back home.
Yeah, I think at that point, you have a wave of dollar selling. Every country on the planet, nearly 85% of all oil sales have been in dollars for, the last 50 years, if not more. All of these countries, it's the foundation of their currencies. And if all of a sudden the dollar starts to tank, it'll be a tsunami of selling, sell, 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 in order to not be crushed by the wave of selling. And I think when that happens, and you have all of the dollars hitting the shores here, you have that inflationary spike in interest rates. It has to compensate for the loss of purchasing power. Interest rates would have to spike. And when I started in this industry, stocks and bonds were inversely correlated to one another. It was called risk on and risk off. And when you realize that they are now positively correlated to one another because interest rates have been driven so low, a spike in interest rates cripples both the bond and the stock market and, of course, the real estate market. The pillars of wealth in the United States center around stocks, bonds, and real estate. If the dollar gets dumped globally, and there's way more dollars outside the U.S. than there are domestically, if all of a sudden they get dumped globally because you don't have to hold them to buy oil anymore, and they hit our shore, spiking interest rates, you see a collapse simultaneously in all three pillars of wealth, including